While the debate over Neuralink continues, the company has already achieved impressive success with its first two human trials. The implantation of a chip in the third patient will soon begin, with Elon confirming that a total of 10 implants are planned for this year. The third patient is set to receive telepathy through the newly improved chip technology, with the procedure expected to take place next month if everything stays on schedule. While Neuralink's telepathy product is primarily designed for motor function restoration and control, it's the Neuralink Blindsight that really captures our attention. This type of chip has the potential to change the world and transform the future for numerous patients. Today's episode will provide the latest updates on human trials and explore how Neuralink is working to restore vision. Welcome to Tesla Car World. 1. Neuralink Human Trials Update. Before briefly discussing the plans Neuralink will undertake with the third patient, we want to give you an overview on the first two patients, in case you missed any of those details. Your first patient, Nolan Arbaugh, was the pioneer of the company's human trials after getting FDA approval. Nolan Arbaugh, 29, lost his ability to move at the age of 22 due to a sudden diving accident in an artificial lake during a summer camp in Pennsylvania. Although initially people thought his injury was due to jumping from a height, the reality is that he had run into the lake with friends and felt something hit him. After waking up face down in the water and realizing he couldn't move, Arbaugh became a quadriplegic. We feel like the accident was a nightmare because it all happened so quickly. Fortunately, he retained cognitive function and was able to perform many tasks primarily using a mouth stick, a specialized assistive device for quadriplegics. After many years of treatment, he applied to participate in the Neuralink trial as soon as the company announced they were seeking their first patient. Nolan received the first-gen Neuralink chip in January of this year. Shortly after the implantation, Nolan showed excellent recovery results and was able to control the mouse on a screen only by thinking. He even played chess and posted on X with the help of Neuralink, as announced by Elon on X. However, trouble struck just a few weeks after Nolan got the chip. His chip malfunctioned as nearly 85% of the threads on it retracted from the brain tissue, leaving only 15% operational or actually working. This caused Nolan to be terrified and even brought him to tears when he stopped getting signals from his brain. The malfunction hindered the data transfer speed, accuracy, and sensitivity of the chip, and he feared losing the benefits the device had previously given him. However, the Neuralink team quickly addressed the issue by modifying the recording algorithms of the implant. The initial cause of the problem was identified as an air pocket at the front of the head during surgery. The chief surgeon believed that this hair pocket might have moved to the top of the skull, pushing the brain away from the implant and causing some of the sensor threads to retract. Another reason was that the implantation technique still had shortcomings, which led to tension on the threads. However, until now, the chip in Nolan's brain has returned to normal and is functioning quite well, providing him with many incredible abilities, which we call superpowers. Nolan can now self-learn multiple languages, play games through thought, and then perform most tasks on his PC, things that most quadriplegic patients only dream of achieving. Of course, Neuralink will continue to enable Nolan to do even more than what we see right now. Whether you agree or not, from our point of view, Neuralink patients are getting many things that they previously only dreamed about. Not only has Nolan gained significant public attention, but he's also got numerous invitations to speak at conferences, partake in podcasts, and join company live streams. This has also opened up additional income streams for him, as he has shared that, clearly, after achieving success and stability with the first patient and to meet the goal of having 10 patients receive Neuralink chips this year, Elon urgently needed to advance testing with other patients. Thus, in July, the second patient was confirmed to have undergone implantation and has produced even more impressive results than the initial trials. Although the face has not yet been revealed, the second patient is Alex. He's an automotive technician with a passion for repairing and exploring all kinds of vehicles and complex machinery. Like Nolan Arbaugh, Alex also became a quadriplegic after a severe accident. He suffered a serious spinal cord injury that left him unable to move or perform daily tasks like he did before. Initially, the chip implantation surgery for Alex was scheduled for June, but postponed till mid-July due to the patient's unstable health condition. The monitoring process lasted nearly a month until Alex was deemed fit for the procedure. However, it was clearly unnecessary as the patient's health condition was a primary factor influencing recovery outcomes and the effectiveness of the chip post-surgery. Although both Nolan and Alex suffered spinal cord injuries, they received implants with different adjustments. This means that to avoid the issues that occurred with Nolan Arbaugh, the Neuralink team made several modifications when implanting the chip into Alex. We'll review the implantation process first, then discuss the differences in the invasive techniques used for Nolan and Alex. Initially, doctors will shave all the hair on their patients' heads to facilitate the surgery. All tools and equipment are prepared and the entire scalp area is thoroughly sterilized. Once the preparation is complete, the surgeons will make an incision about 5.8 millimeters thick on the top of the head, opening it up like lifting a car hood. Beneath the scalp is the skull, where they'll cut a round hole approximately 1 inch in diameter, then remove that portion of the skull, exposing the dura mater until the brain is visible. At this point, Neuralink's specialized surgical robot, known as the R1 robot, directly inserts the threads of the chip into the designated areas. This process is fully automated by the robot to ensure absolute precision and avoid blood vessels in the brain tissue. After successfully inserting all threads, the surgeons return to the place of the graft in the skull hole, secure it, and then stitch up the scalp. The entire process takes several hours. As we mentioned, there were changes in the implantation process for the 2 patients. The Neuralink chip implanted in Alex, the second patient, represents a big improvement over the version used by Nolan Arbaugh, the first patient. For Nolan, the N1 had 64 threads, each having 16 electrodes, totaling 1,024 electrodes implanted in the brain. Now, for Alex, the research team made some crucial adjustments. The number of threads got doubled to 128, but the number of electrodes per thread was reduced to 8. Although the number of electrodes per thread went down, the new chip still has a total of 1,024 electrodes. The increase in the number of threads allows the chip to reach more areas of the brain and provide greater stability in recording neural signals. This change is not just an upgrade in the number of threads. According to Neuralink's director of neurosurgery, increasing the number of threads to 128 effectively doubles the bandwidth and improves signal accuracy. This means that the chip implanted in Alex can record neural signals with greater detail and stability compared to Nolan's chip, opening up greater potential for controlling and interacting with the brain. Additionally, the difference in implantation depth is a notable advancement. For Nolan, the chip was implanted at a depth from 3 to 5 millimeters, but for Alex, this depth was increased to 8 millimeters. The decision was based on lessons learned from the first implantation, where the research team found that increasing the depth could minimize the risk of electrode retraction and enhance the stability of the connection with the brain. With a depth of 8 millimeters, Alex's chip not only reaches more critical areas of the brain, but also maintains a stronger connection compared to Nolan's. After receiving the Neuralink chip, all patients are required to participate in research sessions lasting 8 hours a day under the supervision of Neuralink's experts and doctors. In Alex's case, he was discharged just 1 day after the implantation. And so far, there's been no signs of the chip malfunctioning or retracting like Nolan Arbaugh's. On the contrary, Alex has been able to perform incredible tasks, controlling digital devices purely by thought shortly after receiving the Neuralink chip. Less than 3 weeks after the surgery, Neuralink recorded that 400 out of 1,024 electrodes in Alex's brain had begun to activate, showing positive signals earlier than expected. With the Link chip, Alex improved his ability to play Counter-Strike. Previously, he had to use a quad-stick controller, which had many limitations as it only allowed for alternating movement or targeting. After getting the Neuralink chip, Alex could simultaneously aim and move in the game at the same time. Alex described the experience as crazy and was thrilled to be able to move and observe in all directions just by thinking. Yeah, but there's something even crazier that makes us go wow, because not only did Alex achieve impressive video game performance, he also started learning how to use computer-aided design software to make 3D objects. You might not believe this, but on just his second day of using the chip, Alex designed and 3D printed a custom holder for his Neuralink charger, which showed Alex to quickly manipulate the CAD software, allowing him to easily switch between modes like zooming, scrolling, rotating, clicking, and dragging. That's all the latest updates on the first 2 patients in the human trial. As we said, to meet the goal of only 1 patient getting Neuralink this year and with just over 3 months left, Neuralink is forced to accelerate the final stages of the year, so the 3rd patient could get implanted next month, as the 2nd patient's condition is still showing positive signs. For the 3rd patient, Elon confirmed that the patient will still be a quadriplegic with a spinal cord injury because Neuralink's prioritizing cases that need motor rehabilitation in the first trials. The 3rd patient will also have to meet health criteria before getting telepathy. And we think patient number 3 will also get an improved chip and apply innovations in an effort to achieve the best possible results without any risks. Besides telepathy, Blindsight, which Elon Musk has confirmed will be Neuralink's 2nd product, is getting a lot of attention because its features are even more amazing in our humble opinion. A chip that allows you to restore vision even if you're born blind. This is the bionic eye that everyone for centuries has been talking about. Let's find out more right now. 2. How Neuralink Blindsight will work. Blindness is a debilitating condition affecting millions of people worldwide and can severely limit dependence and reduce the quality of life. Current tactile and auditory assistive techniques can improve independence and navigation, but have significant limitations. For example, a cane only detects objects with obstacles on the ground, and that's why Elon has set a grander ambition with Neuralink, aiming to go beyond the initial applications. Well, we meet Neuralink can restore sight to blind people, and not in a way that completely restores your eyes like a normal person. Obviously, that's not possible. In our view, Neuralink Blindsight will restore a very primitive visual perception of the outside world. Kind of like we're living in a low-res video game, like watching a video in very blurry mode, and Neuralink will be even more blurry in the early stages, as Elon writes on X. Resolution will be low at first, like early NES graphics, but ultimately may exceed normal human vision. Neuralink's blind sight restoration process involves using electrodes implanted in the brain to transmit electrical signals directly into the visual cortex. Instead of using the eye and optic nerve, a digital camera like a GoPro or smart glasses would convert photons, light, into electrical signals. Neuralink would replace the optic nerve and transmit these signals into the brain to stimulate neurons, creating a vision similar to seeing through small points of light. Photopsia. This process allows blind people to recognize objects and outlines, but initially only at low resolution, like an old-school video game. The more electrodes used, the higher the resolution. Neural interfaces have the potential to restore vision in cases where the eye cannot receive or transmit visual information by communicating directly with neural tissue. Recent advancements in wireless data, power transmission, and electrode design have led to huge advances in this area in recent years, so blind sight is a possibility, although hearing about the restoration of vision sometimes sounds a bit unbelievable. Our prediction is that patients who get blind sight will initially only see bright lights or extremely small spots, and as the device's capabilities improve over time, which may be a long time, resolution and the field of vision are also going to get better. Currently, the study will still prioritize enrolling patients between the ages of 22 and 75 with conditions like quadriplegia. According to eligibility criteria posted on the database, patients must have limited mobility that has not been improved for at least 1 year, with a life expectancy of 12 months or more. The blindsight product may still be experimental because restoring vision is not an easy thing to do. Yeah, we think you understand that. Neuralink isn't just about medical innovation. It's also about opening up a new world of possibilities that we've only seen in sci-fi movies. It is hard to believe, but Elon is envisioning a future where humans can not only heal but also achieve superpowers. Yeah, you gotta say, that is pretty exciting. We can't help but think about telepathic communication. Imagine being able to convey your thoughts without saying a word, faster than any conversation we've ever had. Okay, initially, Neuralink focused on helping people with neurological problems recover and improve their lives. Elon has since mentioned that the company is going to focus on expanding from restoring vision of the blind to curing paralysis or treating memory loss by saving memories, which would be truly groundbreaking in history if successful. But Neuralink's ambitions don't just stop there. Elon believes that with technological advances, we can speed up communication between human and machines up to 100 times. This will not only create great strides in medicine, but also change the very way we live and interact each day. Stories like Alex's, the second person to get implanted with a Neuralink brain chip and use this technology to develop himself, doing things he usually dreams of, you know what? That is clear proof of Neuralink's limitless usefulness. In a conversation with Lex Fridman, Elon also outlined a vision where people are going to have superpowers, like talking through robots, using robot parts for quadriplegia, all thanks to Neuralink. And that really excites us. It's not just technology, but the future of experiences we never thought possible. Elon also believes that Neuralink could help humans expand their memories, upload data directly into their brains, and even develop new senses. It sounds like the Matrix, right? The ability to see infrared or ultraviolet light. Imagine having senses that currently only special animals or advanced devices have. Yeah, this superhuman vision really does have us on the edge of our seats. But of course, with every great leap forward, there's always challenges we have to overcome. Safety is a constant theme for Elon and Neuralink, and rightly so. The road's not easy. However, what we're seeing now gives us a glimmer of hope that a future where humans merge with AI is not that far away. It's closer than we think, and the change with artificial intelligence will make a dramatic difference in our lives. It's hard to believe, but it seems like we are about to enter a new era where what we once thought only existed in our imaginations is now becoming a reality. And with all the anticipation and excitement, we believe Neuralink will erase all the current controversies that the majority has about the company, and Elon will continue to bring new things to us in ways we never expected. What do you think about Neuralink's Blindsight, and what do you expect from the company's next products? Thank you so much for watching this video about Neuralink. If you found the content helpful and want to learn more information about Tesla's electric cars and Elon Musk's other technologies, make sure you hit the like button and share this video. Also, be sure you're subscribed. Big subscribe button there. Just click that bell icon and you're guaranteed to never miss our latest videos, which we update once daily, sometimes twice a day. If the cost of a Neuralink implant reaches hundreds of thousands of dollars, but you can restore lost functions like vision and memory, is it worth it? Elon's confirmed that Neuralink implant patients possess abilities that are almost superhuman, and these abilities will increasingly surpass what us normal humans can achieve. The first and second patient are living proof of what Elon's promised. Neuralink is not just a chip that stores memories, but it also opens up a future where humans can go further in their efforts to keep up with AI. So, what special abilities do the first two Neuralink patients possess, and why is Neuralink considered the most feasible memory-preserving technology out there today? 1. Neuralink First Patient Update. Ever since Neuralink got approval for human trials, a lot of people have gone against it, worried about implanting an untested chip in someone's brain. If something goes wrong, it wouldn't just be monkeys dying, it'd be a person. And that means Neuralink and Elon would face some serious consequences. But honestly, things aren't as extreme as we might think. Neuralink's actually done way better than expected with the first two patients, helping them regain abilities and even achieve things they couldn't do before. Nolan Arbaugh, age 29, who received Neuralink's brain chip to help restore functions after a diving accident, recently revealed that he named the implant chip in his brain Eve. In the first few weeks after surgery, Nolan was able to control a cursor with his thoughts, play chess, games, browse the webs, and even post on X with Neuralink's incredible support. But Neuralink's original purpose wasn't just to restore basic functions or allow simple tasks like these. Elon's bigger goal for Neuralink is to enhance brain function, something he refers to as superhuman abilities. With Neuralink, humans could calculate as fast as a computer or access information in seconds without the need for any electronics. But why is Neuralink highly rated compared to many other BCI competitors? We don't deny that Neuralink isn't the first company to achieve success in the field of neuroscience combined with technology. Before then, BCI had already made some pretty nice breakthroughs. Back in 2008, a monkey was able to control a robotic arm through a brain chip, and by 2012, this was successfully done with a human. For 2017, someone controlled a computer cursor just by thinking, and the year after that, another person was able to send an email using just their thoughts. We're also aware of the case of Gert-Jan Oskam, a man who was paralyzed after an accident, but was able to walk again thanks to a chip that picks up signals from his brain and stimulates the nerves in his legs. This is a major breakthrough in neuroscience, but it was not achieved by Neuralink. It was done by another scientific team. Neuralink's chip, however, is far more complex, featuring 64 electrodes, 32 times more than the chip used with Oskam. Not only that, but Neuralink's chip's considered to be one of the safest compared to the Utah array, meaning it can capture brain signals more efficiently while minimizing the risk of brain damage for the patient. So how does Neuralink work, and how can it restore and preserve lost memories? In fact, Neuralink's chip has been continuously improved over several generations. For the first patient, the N1 chip had a total of 64 threads with 16 electrodes on each one. By the time they moved to the second patient, the chip was upgraded to have more threads, up to 28 this time, but with only 8 electrodes a thread. This change allows the chip to access more areas of the brain and provide better stability, reducing the risk of retraction issues that occurred with the first version. To implant these chips into the brain, Neuralink surgeons first must make an incision about 5.8 millimeters deep on the top of the head and peel it back, kind of like lifting the head of a Tesla EV. Underneath the skin is the skull, where they create a round hole about 1 inch in diameter. Remove that section of the skull, open the durometer, and then expose the brain for the Neuralink R1 surgical robot. This is where the robot comes into play, as the surgeons cannot intervene. From the targeted positions, Neuralink's specialized robot precisely inserts tiny electrodes, about the size of red blood cells, into the surface of the cortex at depths ranging from 3 to 8 millimeters. The robot's also highly skilled at avoiding all blood vessels on the surface, minimizing damage and inflammation, so the patient experiences minimal pain throughout the procedure. After the robot implants all threads on the chip, the surgeons will place the implant into the skull opening, secure it into place, and then stitch up the skin. The entire process takes a few hours. Once they receive the Neuralink chip, all Neuralink patients also have to participate in research sessions lasting up to 8 hours a day under the supervision of Neuralink experts and doctors. Not only is the implantation process of interest to many, but we also see that most people ask whether Neuralink could enhance cognitive abilities or preserve memories for those with conditions like Alzheimer's. Clearly, this seems straightforward for Neuralink. Just 7 months after the surgery, Nolan shared that he is actively working with the implant to boost his capabilities and explore new ways to self-improve. In a recent post on X, Abra revealed his routine with the Neuralink brain chip, disclosing that he spends about 4 hours each day, Monday through Friday, experimenting and training with the Neuralink team. In addition to these sessions, he also uses the implant to enrich his personal life. Nolan is on a journey to make the most of Neuralink's support to achieve outstanding capabilities. Every day, Nolan spends 3 hours studying French and Japanese, as well as revisiting math to prepare for his plan to return to school. After learning that the first patient could acquire multiple languages through Neuralink, many ideas have started to come to our minds. What if he could understand all the languages in the world and remember all medical research, enabling him to make rapid and accurate analyses of diseases and potentially solve conditions that medicine has yet to cure? Even more remarkably, Nolan could also retain every complex physical theory from Einstein, Newton, Tesla, or modern scientific theories and apply this knowledge to tackle new challenges, leveraging the power of Neuralink. We are starting to envision a future where humans can absorb knowledge at an unprecedented pace, surpassing the limits of traditional learning. Beyond just learning new skills, Neuralink clearly has the potential to advance complex cognitive skills and even support areas that require creativity and breakthrough thinking like science, art, and technology. Sure, it might seem like we're dreaming big about Neuralink's potential, but just half a century ago, who would have believed that we could hold a phone and have a video call with someone halfway around the world? Technology has evolved dramatically, and what Elon and Neuralink are working on is far from sci-fi. 2. Neuralink Restore Memories. With Neuralink, Musk isn't shy about saying the future is going to be weird. He envisions a future akin to sci-fi, where disabilities could be overcome, the blind regain sight, and memories could be downloaded, stored, and recalled between humans and machines. What do you think about people with memory loss suddenly recovering all their memories or being able to upload information and memories into their brains similar to how Nolan's learning languages? The things they learn would remain in their minds instead of fading away. Regarding this potential, Musk once shared that. You might not know this, but memory loss is becoming an increasingly significant concern, especially for those aged 50 to 65. According to stats, nearly 7 million Americans are currently living with Alzheimer's, and that number is expected to double to nearly 13 million by 2050. This troubling increase highlights the urgent need to find advanced technological solutions to address this condition. However, till now, there's been little progress in improving this situation. In this context, Elon has emphasized the revolutionary potential of Neuralink in offering solutions for memory restoration. Musk has stated that although it might sound like an episode from Black Mirror, Neuralink technology has the potential to transform human lives in unimaginable ways. If we could directly connect to the brain interface and encode everything into memory, storing and retrieving memories would become feasible. This would mean you could back up your memories and restore them when needed. Imagine if you could decode the process to upload or download memories. You could download all the memories of an expert or genius in a specific field and transfer them to someone else, significantly shortening the learning process, similar to scenes in The Matrix. While it's still far from sci-fi, it's fascinating to think about. In the future, with advancements in technology, you might even be able to upload these memories into a new body or robot, like a Tesla Optimus, the most advanced humanoid robot in the world to date. Humans may die and memories may fade, but robots do not. If human memories could be transferred to a robot, the essence of our loved ones could be preserved within that machine. This opens up incredibly exciting and promising opportunities for maintaining and preserving human memories. 3. Condition of the second Neuralink patient. While the first patient is increasingly finding ways to enhance himself with Neuralink's assistant, the second patient, Alex, is also achieving extraordinary capabilities, even showing signs of potentially breaking records in implant cases. His health is progressing well, with no signs of complications similar to those experienced by Nolan Arbaugh. Alex has improved his video game skills, particularly in first-person shooter games like Counter-Strike. Before Neuralink, Alex used a mouth-controlled operator, a quad stick, but with Neuralink, he can now move and aim simultaneously, which was previously very challenging for him. Alex has started learning CAD software to create 3D objects. He designed a custom stand for his Neuralink charger, which was 3D printed and integrated into his system. From the very first day of use, Alex was able to control the cursor on his computer screen with his thoughts in under 5 minutes, and his speed and accuracy have surpassed any other assistive technologies he's used before. Neuralink's enabled Alex to expand his control over digital devices, from moving the cursor to performing various actions in the CAD software. It maps his desired movements to different types of clicks, allowing him to quickly switch between different modes in the software. Alex is using Neuralink to further develop his design ideas and enjoy a level of personal freedom and motor skills he previously didn't have. In the near future, it's likely that the second patient will also aim to enhance his learning abilities similar to the first patient, as this is the best way to fully leverage the chip's capabilities. As we understand, in addition to learning new languages, Nolan Arbaugh also spends time studying various fields through Peterson Academy and reading works from Brandon Sanderson to Victor Hugo. He is also creatively writing with the dream of publishing and frequently participates in Bible study sessions. Beyond that, Nolan aspires to complete his degree, establish a charity fund, and build a house for his mom and dad. Clearly, Neuralink has the potential to help patients achieve financial and personal goals more effectively than before. Neuralink next plans. Neuralink is rolling out several promising plans to expand the capabilities of its technology. They're working to improve the chip's control functions, including decoding multiple clicks and simultaneous movement intentions to provide the functionality of a computer mouse and video game controller. At the same time, the company is developing algorithms for handwriting recognition to enable faster text input, aiming to restore digital autonomy and create communication opportunities for those who are unable to speak, like patients with ALS. This year, Neuralink plans to implant chips in 10 patients with various conditions, and is developing a product called Blindsight to restore vision for those who are congenitally blind. They are also working on enabling the Link chip to interact with the physical world, allowing users to control robotic arms or wheelchairs for greater independence in movement and eating. Additionally, Neuralink may collaborate with Tesla's Optimus robot, enabling individuals with speech difficulties to communicate through Optimus and control robotic limbs to replace lost body parts. The company also aims to implant chips in 8 more patients by the end of the year, pending regulatory approval. These plans reflect Neuralink's commitment to enhancing the lives of more people by expanding the applications of its technology. We all know that Elon is like someone from the future, always thinking beyond the ordinary, so every company he establishes seems destined to succeed, with the time being the only trade-off. Tesla, SpaceX, and Neuralink are no exceptions. Since Neuralink's inception, Elon has consistently made promises about the future of neural technology, with compelling commitments about its limitless potential. His predictions about Neuralink's capabilities have sparked significant hope, especially given the technology's potential to restore function in cases of paralysis with a feasibility rate of up to 60%. This becomes even more convincing as ongoing research into the Neuralink chip continues to improve, with each new trial bringing substantial advances in both effectiveness and stability of the technology. However, not everyone views Neuralink with optimism. A significant portion of the public and experts remain skeptical and concerned. They criticize Elon for his predictions, arguing that he is risking a technology that could pose dangers to human life. The peak of this opposition came with a serious incident where 85% of the threads of the implant chip for the first patient, Nolan Arbaugh, failed. This left only 15% of the threads capable of receiving signals from neurons. Although the issue was addressed in time and the chip now operates more reliably, concerns persist due to negative publicity surrounding fatal animal testing issues. However, the story took a positive turn with the implantation of Neuralink's chip in the second patient, Alex. Not only did he experience 0 issues, but Alex also showed improvements in functionality compared to the first patient. These promising signs not only demonstrate the feasibility of the technology, but also build strong confidence for future patients. Musk has also confirmed that no monkeys died during the research, and we hope he's telling the truth. Currently, Neuralink is still in the experimental phase and is closely monitored by the FDA. Despite ongoing debates about the ethics of the trials, especially given some participants are from disadvantaged backgrounds who cannot afford the implants, such testing is crucial. Without these trials, we would never know if this technology could truly succeed, and we'd remain limited by the medical and technological advancements achieved over the years. When it comes to storing and replaying memories, we may have to wait several more decades to achieve breakthroughs because this is clearly not as easy as Elon suggests. We dare to assert that if memory restoration is successful, it might be the story 15 to 20 years out. Yes, we believe that every technological advance in the world comes with trade-offs, and if participants in the trials voluntarily believe in Neuralink, we should support both the patients and the company. It's through these experimental steps that we can achieve significant progress in addressing a range of future issues. What do you think about Neuralink in the next 10 years? Will the world truly be a better place? And is Neuralink truly one of the keys to unlocking breakthroughs in medicine? Share your thoughts below. We hope you'll learn more about Neuralink technology after watching this episode. If you did, please hit the like button and join the Tesla Car World family by subscribing to our channel. And don't miss out on any of our awesome videos by hitting the bell icon. We value your feedback and your time. Can you imagine you could actually summon your self-driving car, a Tesla of course, with only a thought? That's no longer a sci-fi scenario. With Neuralink, Elon is making this impossible a reality. The groundbreaking technology was recently awarded the title of Breakthrough Device by the US FDA, affirming its potential to revolutionize our lives. Elon said Neuralink can collect more data than 1,000 channels of information with 200 megs a second of data passing through each channel. And it allows even completely paralyzed people to communicate with computers and type at speeds of up to 40 words a minute. So, what makes Neuralink superior to other technologies? And how can Elon make this vision a reality? How does Elon ensure safety and prevent potential risks with Neuralink implantation?
And obviously, we want to be extremely careful and certain that it will work well before putting a device in a human.
Elon's commitment to safety with Neuralink's brain implant technology is evident in the meticulous approach the company takes at every stage of development. Before Neuralink even considers human trials, the technology undergoes rigorous preclinical testing on animals.
But as I said, we do everything we possibly can to test the devices before, not even going into a human, before even going into an animal's.
This process is designed to refine the device and implantation procedure, focusing on critical areas such as preventing infections, minimizing adverse reactions, and avoiding potentially neurological issues. Much like how Tesla rigorously tests its vehicles under various conditions to ensure safety, Neuralink applies a similar method to its technology. These thorough tests help gather valuable data, enabling the company to refine the technology and reduce the likelihood of complications during human trials.
Now that pagers had the first implant and then the upgraded implant. So this is a very good sign that it lasts for a long time with no observed ill effects.
Infection is a significant concern with any brain implant, and Neuralink tackles this issue head-on by developing advanced surgical robots. These robots are engineered to perform precise and minimally invasive procedures, reducing the risk of infection. The Neuralink device is implanted using a specially designed robot capable of quickly inserting polymer threads, each containing dozens of electrodes. In total, the device features 3,072 electrodes, far surpassing the 100 electrodes found in traditional Utah arrays. Neuralink implants are crafted from biocompatible materials like silicon, gold, and polyamide, carefully chosen to integrate with the human body without triggering immune responses. Encapsulated in a protective polymer, these materials are rigorously tested to meet top safety standards, ensuring long-term stability and minimizing risks of inflammation or rejection. These choices reflect Neuralink's commitment to both safety and effectiveness. When comparing Neuralink to the competitor, Synchron, an Australian company that also develops BCIs, the differences in materials and technologies are pretty notable. Synchron's implants, like the Stentrode, utilize materials such as nitinol, a nickel-titanium alloy, and platinum iridium for their electrodes. This contrasts with Neuralink's material, which might not offer the same level of precision and adaptability as Neuralink's flexible electrode arrays. Neuralink's direct brain implantation, assisted by advanced robotic systems, ensures precise electrode placement with minimal invasiveness, enhancing safety and functionality. In contrast, Synchron's method, which involves implanting devices in blood vessels near the brain, might not offer the same level of integration or data accuracy. This precision and effectiveness makes Neuralink an effective leader in brain-computer interfaces. Elon understands the importance of collaboration with experts in the field to ensure the highest standards of safety. Neuralink works closely with neurosurgeons, bioengineers, and regulatory bodies to meet all necessary safety protocols. For instance, Dr. Samir Sheth, a neurosurgeon specializing in implantable neurotechnologies, emphasizes the need for transparency and thorough testing to ensure the safety of devices. This collaboration extends to regulatory compliance as well. Neuralink's working hand-in-hand with the US FDA to ensure that their technology meets all safety and efficacy standards through rigorous clinical trials. This cooperative approach is similar to how Tesla engages with regulatory bodies worldwide to ensure that their vehicles comply with safety and environmental standards.
So we're not cavalier in putting devices to a human. We're extremely careful.
After the implant procedure, Neuralink's responsibility does not end. The company ensures continuous monitoring of patients to detect any signs of adverse reactions. This allows for immediate intervention if any issues arise, helping to prevent long-term complications. In addition, Neuralink's commitment to patient care extends far beyond the immediate post-implantation period. The company must be prepared to offer long-term support, potentially for decades, to ensure that patients continue to get the necessary care. The cautionary tale of Second Sight Medical Products, which produced retinal implants only to leave hundreds of patients with outdated and unsupported devices when the company went bankrupt, highlights the importance of long-term planning. This is evidenced by the patient registry, where Neuralink can connect and monitor patients over long periods of time, which is a step in the right direction and a long-term step towards careful communication to prevent harm to patients and their families. How feasible is the Neuralink chip for long-term implantation?
We've actually upgraded Pager. They do varied tasks, and we do everything possible to ensure that things are stable and replicable, and that the device lasts for a long time without degradation.
These test the functionality of each component and the final assembly. Implants coming off the line are then subjected to benchtop testing, accelerated lifetime.
Elon's Neuralink chip is paving the way for a revolutionary device that could remain functional inside the human body for years, even decades. Elon estimates that under ideal conditions, the chip could last up to 15 years, a big leap forward when you consider the current medical devices like deep brain stimulation electrodes for Parkinson's or pacemaker wires that last over 10 to 12 years. For the Neuralink chip to be viable for long term, it must be highly durable, capable of withstanding the harsh environment of the human body over many years. This includes resistance to corrosion, mechanical wear, and other forms of degradation. Neuralink's team of engineers is focused on developing a device that can endure these challenges, ensuring that it remains both functional and safe throughout its implanted life. Think of it like a battery in a Tesla EV, designed to maintain as much capacity as possible over time. Similarly, Neuralink is concentrating on the resilience of its chip, ensuring it continues to operate effectively without the need for frequent replacements, which could introduce additional risks. In addition, Neuralink's implants are meticulously crafted from biocompatible materials like silicone, gold, and polyamide to integrate smoothly with the human body, minimizing the risk of immune reactions. The chip's encased in a biocompatible polymer, which shields it from the body's defenses, ensuring long-term stability and reducing the likelihood of rejection. These materials are carefully chosen and rigorously tested to meet stringent safety standards, prioritizing both effectiveness and the prevention of complications like inflammation. This thoughtful selection process is key to Neuralink's ability to create implants that are safe and reliable over long periods of time. One of the critical challenges for long-term implants is how to keep the Neuralink chip powered and connected without requiring frequent surgeries to replace batteries or update hardware. Neuralink's exploring wireless charging technology and efficient energy management systems to ensure the chip remains powered and connected without the need for invasive procedures. Neuralink aims to create a device that's both sustainable and low maintenance, crucial for its long-term feasibility. Elon likened it to a Fitbit in your skull with tiny wires. It has a full-day battery life, crucial for something implanted into your body, and is wirelessly rechargeable, kind of like how you charge your Apple Watch. So, what happens if the Neuralink chip runs out of power? The Neuralink chip is designed to be highly power efficient. This means it uses as little energy as possible, extending the battery life and reducing the frequency of recharging. Before the battery runs out completely, the Neuralink system provides multiple alerts to the user, allowing them to recharge the device. The technology is expected to have safety protocols to prevent a sudden shutdown, giving the user ample time to address low battery levels. And if the battery were to deplete, the Neuralink chip would enter a safe mode where all critical functions are either maintained or shut down gradually. This is to ensure that there's no sudden loss of functionality that could affect the user's well-being. It's reasonable to assume that in a real-world scenario, Neuralink would recommend users have a backup power solution like a portable battery pack or a UPS, especially if they live in areas prone to power outages. This would allow the device to be recharged even if the main power goes out. While the Neuralink chip is designed to enhance and interface with the brain, its primary functions wouldn't be life-critical in most everyday scenarios. If it loses power, the user might experience a temporary loss of those enhanced capabilities, but it wouldn't lead to a catastrophic event. Because the device is designed to work in harmony with the brain, meaning the brain can continue to function normally even if the device powers down. Once power is restored, the Neuralink chip can be recharged and will resume its normal functions. This process would likely be seamless with the chip picking up where it left off without the need for complex rebooting procedures. How Tesla Neuralink avoids becoming obsolete like other tech devices. When we think about technology, one of our biggest concerns is how quickly it can become outdated. This is especially true for something as intricate as a brain implant. But Neuralink's design is inherently modular, allowing for upgrades and replacements as technology advances. Unlike consumer electronics that often require a complete overhaul or replacement, Neuralink's implants are designed with a future in mind. This means that as new technologies emerge, users won't be stuck with an outdated version. For instance, the N1 implant is engineered to be upgraded or replaced when newer, more advanced technology becomes available. Neuralink upgraded as new features and capabilities are developed. This means users won't be permanently tied to the initial version implanted into their brains. If even the worst case, the company is exploring minimally invasive procedures to allow for chip replacement without major surgery. Imagine being able to swap out the core process of your Neuralink device for a newer, more powerful version, kind of like upgrading the processor in your PC. Because Neuralink's design is relatively easy to remove and replace, Elon demonstrated this by showing a pig that had a Neuralink implanted and then removed without any adverse effects. This ability to upgrade is crucial in a rapidly evolving field like neurotechnology, where advancements can improve the device's functionality and user experience. Neuralink's surgical robot, for instance, can place these threads into the brain's motor cortex with incredible precision, and the removal process is just as straightforward. In a live demo, the robot successfully inserted 64 threads into a proxy brain in just 15 minutes, illustrating how efficient and non-invasive this process can be. That's the most limited option a patient will have to upgrade their Neuralink chip. But the company's big goal is to ensure long-term functionality. The Neuralink chip is designed to receive automatic software updates without human intervention and allow for continuous monitoring of real-world events. This ensures the device can adapt to the user's changing neurological needs and that any potential issues can be identified and addressed in a timely fashion. This feature ensures that the chip always evolves and stays current with advancements in technology, enhancing its functionality over time. Neuralink's automatic software update feature allows the device to receive updates seamlessly without human intervention, ensuring continuous development in functionality and security over time. The chip's designed for continuous real-time monitoring of real-world events, such as brain activity, which offers a significant potential for medical applications and further research. It collects data on the brain activity and physiological responses, allowing researchers and doctors to continuously monitor a patient's health status. This can help detect health problems early and adjust therapy promptly. To reinforce this capability, Neuralink has conducted animal experiments demonstrating the chip's long-term stability and brain data collection. Additionally, the company is exploring AI integration to analyze gathered data, enhancing the chip's performance and enabling it to automatically adapt to environmental changes. Looking back at Synchron's information update mode, it proves how agile Neuralink really is in updating information, ensuring maximum benefits for users. Actually, Neuralink's chip features over-the-air software updates, enabling continuous remote upgrades without requiring visits to the clinic. The chip uses machine learning algorithms to autonomously learn and optimize its functionality in real time based on the user's neural activity. This self-adaptation enhances performance without human intervention. Additionally, Neuralink's hardware is modular, allowing individual components to be upgraded independently, ensuring the device evolves with technological advancements. This combination of over-the-air updates, real-time machine learning, and modular design ensures Neuralink stays agile and capable of rapidly improving, reducing the need for complete hardware replacements. Meanwhile, Synchron's updates are primarily conducted through clinical settings, where the device is adjusted or updated by medical professionals. This process typically requires an actual visit to the clinic. Synchron's system lacks the advanced machine learning capabilities of Neuralink, meaning updates and adaptations are largely dependent on human input and external recalibration. It does not emphasize modular hardware design. Its stent-like device is less invasive but offers limited opportunities for hardware upgrades. While Synchron's device offers some level of flexibility, the need for clinical intervention and the absence of autonomous machine learning reduces its agility compared to Neuralink. When will Neuralink be applied in restoring vision to blind patients and improving neurological diseases?
We've been working hard to be ready for our first human. We've submitted, I think, most of our paperwork to the FDA, and we think probably in about 6 months.
Neuralink's potential to restore vision to blind patients and improve neurological diseases is one of the most exciting and ambitious aspects of this technology. The technology is in development, and Neuralink has applied with the FDA for human trials, which it hopes to start in the next 6 months, so progress is being actively made. Our goal will be to turn the lights on for someone who spent decades living in the dark, said Neuralink researcher Dan Adams, who's striving to repackage camera data in brain-compatible format and send it directly to the visual cortex, stated. He stated that one of Neuralink's long-term goals is to restore vision to blind patients, even those who've been blind from birth. This would involve bypassing damaged or non-functional parts of the eye and optic nerve, directly stimulating the visual cortex of the brain to create the perception of sight. Neuralink has made strides in developing the technology needed for this application, particularly in understanding how to interface with the brain's visual system. But the technology still needs to go through rigorous testing, regulatory approval, and further refinement to ensure safety and efficacy before implanting it on the first blind person. Besides, Neuralink's primary focus in the near term is on treating neurological diseases such as Parkinson's, epilepsy, and spinal cord injuries. The device's ability to record and stimulate brain activity holds promise for managing and potentially alleviating symptoms of these conditions. Up till now, Neuralink has already demonstrated the ability to implant devices in animals and record brain activity. The next step involves human trials, which the company is preparing for. The timeline for using Neuralink to treat neurological diseases is likely closer than that for restoring vision. If the initial human trials go well, Neuralink could begin offering treatments. However, widespread adoption will depend on further clinical studies, regulatory approval, and the development of specialized applications for different neurological conditions. So, the interesting question is, why can Neuralink help with so many different health problems? The Neuralink chip is a versatile brain-computer interface, otherwise known as a BCI, which is designed to address various neurological conditions by interacting directly with the brain's neural circuitry. It consists of electrodes implanted in specific brain regions, capable of both stimulating neurons and recording their activity. This allows the chip to be programmed for conditions like paralysis or depression by targeting the brain areas responsible for these functions. The chip's software is customized for each individual's condition, ensuring a personalized approach to treatment. Over time, the Neuralink chip adapts to the brain's signals using machine learning, fine-tuning its interventions for greater effectiveness. Its versatility lies in its ability to manage multiple conditions, as many neurological disorders share common mechanisms like abnormal neural firing patterns. However, while promising, the chip's effectiveness will likely vary on the specific condition, implant location, and individual neural makeup, making it a powerful tool. Are you in line for the next Neuralink implant? And what medical condition are you most looking forward to Elon doing an implant to next? We'd be happy if you let us know your comments about this, and we hope you'll experience the utmost relaxation after watching this. Press that like button and join Tesla's Car World community by subscribing to our channel. Hit the notification bell icon to stay tuned for any fantastic videos coming your way. Your feedback and time are highly appreciated. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you back here soon. Until then, take care and God bless.